enjoy my photography until I get everything else done. I don't know why I'm sitting here just whistling. My brain doesn't brain. Yo, I'm pretty sure that shot's from Snoqualmie Falls. If you're ever in Washington State, I highly recommend checking out Snoqualmie Falls. It's a fucking good area. So long as you stay cougar and bear aware. I probably should have listed in the title that this is a sword day, but I think I would be willing to accept like requests to change weapons and shit. I think that would make things a little bit more interesting as if I had like routine requests of weapon swaps. Because like one of the things I like the most about the way that I play this game is I like to keep things random, so I don't always have like the same conditions every time. Because even in a game like this, right, once you have like a method to combat stuff, you get to the point to where you're really just kind of doing the same thing over and over. Let's see, what do we have going on when I stopped earlier? Hell of a lot of nothing. Anybody playing right now? Nope. So we're going to the Source of Evil. Yeah, this is a sword day. Sword is like my actual preferred weapon. Oh, somebody's messing me. Oh, what the fuck? Well, that was lame and unfortunate. Could have been worse, though. Here, you know what? You piss me off sometimes, so get out of here. Sit down. What? Get out of here. I don't know why that failed. Sit down. That'll be a no, son. Out of all, like, even though it has some uses, sword high stance, it's still pretty bad. Sit down. He dodged me, but immediately fell back into a parry, so that was no good. Not a fan of the guy with the Yoki with the Kusa is pretty rough. Are you shitting me? Eat it, bitch. I do wish that the EI on just the normal sword was like a little bit more punctual. That's not the correct word. I wish it was faster. Boosh. That was, clumsy. Bitch. Okay. If you want to play that game, let's get, okay. And here, I thought he wanted to play that game. Yeah, eat shit, buddy. I'm kind of nuts in this game. I really don't like leaving myself waiting for one thing to finish when I could be doing something else. So it's like, yeah, I had drawn the giant's attention, and that can be dangerous, sure. Oh shit, that's the good stuff right there. That one's not that great, actually. Wait, what was it? Hold on. Emerita earned from Yokai? Versus Emerita earned in general, yeah, that's a pass. Hard pass. That was very close. That would have been fine either way, but it was very close. Excuse me, sir, what do you think you're doing? And you sit there and you think about what you did. What the hell? Okay, I guess I'd never noticed that you could actually go up right here before. Man. It's interesting to me just how much time I've actually put into this game and how, like, little I know about the maps in some places. And the number one thing I know about this map is that you don't actually have to do any of the shit that I'm doing right now. Audio felt real weird there for a second. Okay. There you go, sit down. Pass. What? Where? I didn't even know that there was a tower there, dude. God, Odachi users really just don't got shit when it comes to fucking human enemies. No. Also no. Still no. Are you shitting me? Okay. No. Okay, well, that was strange. Yeah, you are also a poor bastard. Just like Hammer and Odachi users just don't stand a fucking chance against any human target. Well, any human target that has the vaguest idea what in the hell they're doing. It'd be real nice if I could just scurry on over that pile of corpses. You know, when I put it that way, I don't know. I left an item at the beginning of the stage, and my OCD wants me to grab it, especially since there's... Oh, hello. I was gonna say nothing to menace me, but it's not like anything in this stage was particularly dangerous to me anyway. Where are you going? No, really, what in the hell were you doing? Bruh. That was curious. Cute. It's just adorable, even. So yeah. Oh, hey, I left this guy back here too. Celeste, huh? Yeah, I kind of figured that this is where it was. Oh, wow. I guess it's because I killed that dude with an arrow and totally forgot about it. What? Okay, I can't say I've ever seen that happen before. We're just gonna go straight to him. I don't want to fuck with all of this again. Ow. Huh? Bro. I did not mean to do that. This shit on. I think I'm in like the 600 range for deaths now. It's like Like, so unlike other games like this one actually has a screen in the titles and the gameplay records. So actions, deaths, 641. But I think that 641 also includes like failures when you're a visitor in someone else's game. So in instances where the other player died, I think. Maravilhoso. Anyway. Immortal Flame. Let's go. So silly how, like, in just the right position, the different pieces of clothes on these characters just goes apeshit. Well, that was dumb and clumsy. Eat shit, nerd. I did not expect that to deplete all of his ki like that. That was interesting. Yeah, what the hell did I just get stuck on? Okay. Good job, mate. Too soon. Meh. was gonna get the double stab. I tend to kind of forget exactly where some of these openings are. That very much looked like a decapitation strike. Yeah, that was your face. Just in case anybody watching needs to be told, face is not made to withstand cannon blast. The more you know. Well done. Hey! Are you shitting me? So the thing about this stage is there's a lot of like little hidden nooks and crannies, and I have a very OCD, gotta do all of the things kind of mindset. And for anyone who might be watching that doesn't fully understand what's going on with the fire, there are these, I almost want to call them barrels, but I sincerely doubt that they're technically barrels. These things right here are full of water, and you bump into one, or you, like, if you break one that's close enough to you, and you get doused in water. And you get doused in water makes it where you can briefly dash through fire. Yes, I know that that doesn't actually make sense, but that's just how it works. Deal with it. So the goal in most places is to just, in most of my oh, hey, I wasn't in the right stance. Is to dash through one while I'm going towards the flames. 1 second. I've got questions, funny enough, about streaming in my Discord. I left this up here. Ow, my ass! It's burning. Oh, hey, it's almost level up time again. More skill. It's funny, the first time I ever entered this area, I dropped down trying to fight the first dweller, and I'm not gonna lie, I panicked, and because I was immediately hit with a bomb. And I died. There was definitely a death. And like, the reason I find that funny is because there's like fuck all in that room. It's just 2 dwellers. They're not even, like, high-level dwellers. They're just dwellers. Oh, fuck off, dude. I couldn't even see... Oh, there's 2 of you. Okay, well, that hurt. Yeah, slashy game. Hey, Lotus. Wheel Monk. But yeah, I like combat games. It certainly can be, but it's definitely a very, very, very punishing game. It's considered to be a Souls-like. Oh wait, I've completely forgotten what I was doing. Which, you know, goes along with that whole everything hurts a lot and kills you easily kind of thing. Uh-oh. Sir? Yes, you would, but that's part of the fun, so they say. Honestly, like, Nioh is so very different from other Souls games that I have told other people in the past that you're probably better off starting with Nioh than other Souls-likes if this is the one that you're actually interested in, because it's so different from the way that other Souls-likes work. Okay, well, thankfully, when you die, you don't actually lose your equipment. On Dark Souls, when you died, what would happen is you would lose, like, a durability on your equipment, like your armor and weapons and shit would get more brittle over time, which would then have to be repaired. But, that's not a thing in this one, thankfully. No, sir. You would just feel shame. I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends. It's, like, Souls games are kind of considered, like, you know, hardcore gamer territory. But I feel like that kind of language is, like, super elitist. But it's kind of one of those things where, like, if you keep on pushing, you'll eventually get through it. Either through learning how to do it or through sheer luck, whatever it may be. I did not realize this guy was here. But that's fine, because now he's not here. Oh, whoops. I accidentally approached too quickly. No. Still no. Whoops. Like Diablo? Diablo is, like, more RPG than action game. It's also a Blizzard property, which makes it a no-no in my world. Because their company is, like, full of, like, sexual abuse and whatnot. Excuse me. I love it when the enemies get super try-hard like that. Yeah, since I got started so late in the day, I don't really have a lot of time to stream. What? That was weird. Oops. Well done. Well, that was fun. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to break the floor. That feel when you get into all the shit because you're just trying to break the floor. Nope. Now it's time to cause lag. Oh, hey, I didn't even know you were here. Whoop, let's do something about that. Oh, alright. By the way, there's a bunch of different weapon types in this game. I'm just a sword main. But I use an external program to randomize what weapons I'm allowed to use each day. And today is sword day. Which is fine, because that's my main weapon anyway. Oh, another big difference between Nioh and normal Souls-likes is that this is, there isn't any long range, like, that you can use as a main weapon. But, like, most Souls games are open world, whereas Nioh uses a bit more of a, stage structure. Oh, that didn't work. You like the graphics? Hell yeah. How do you like the layout? I developed this a long time ago where, like, the colors along the outside, like, shift along with the colors that are in the game. This layout is entirely my creation. And I'm super proud of it. Ah, fuck! That wasn't intended. Dark layouts hurt your eyes. That's fair. There's obviously going to be different games that I play that are going to be a little bit in the dark range, but I remember at one point I think that this layout has a little bit of a brightness increase on it because my main mod is a fellow from Serbia and his monitor is kind of dark already. Bro, that is fire that you're standing in. What are you doing, mate? Mm. Oh, also the backgrounds behind it. Here, let me show you this. So, the backgrounds behind the game are all photographs that I've taken. How's the storyline? Okay, so basic premise is that there are there's energy that comes from spiritual from like souls and spirits and whatnot, known as Amrita. And different nations have only recently figured out that this energy exists, and they're trying to hoard it for themselves to rule the world, of course. I just take pictures as a hobby, so no, I'm not really a photographer, but I feel like if I took it on as a profession, I could probably nail that shit. Anyways, so these nations are trying to rule the world. England and Spain are amongst them, though you don't find out about Spain until the DLC. William Wallace, so there's an issue I have with the plot line is that the main character is a white guy, but he's in Japan being a samurai, of course. Anyways, one of the people in England that's conspiring to use the energy to rule the world steals from William his spirit guardian, and we chase him to Japan mostly just to recover the spirit guardian, and then we get pulled into all this mess. It's sort of like a goofy ass take on like actual history, like actual events, but it reimagines it in a world of like yokai and spirit guardians and William Wallace being in Japan murdering off a bunch of demons, and it's pretty silly. Nioh 2 is a lot more like create your own character kind of thing. So it's very much a different kind of experience. I mean, if this game wasn't made by a wholeheartedly like Asian team, I think Team Ninja is predominantly Japanese. So if it wasn't for that, I'd probably feel very uncomfortable with the whole white guy saves all of the Japanese people that clearly need the white man's help. If it weren't for the fact that they were Japanese, I'd feel a little uncomfortable with it. You know what I mean? But hey, they were okay with it, so I don't really have any room to complain. It's probably more of a business decision, just so that, like, Western audiences would be more likely to, like, identify with / accept it. I think it's supposed to be William Wallace. Like, hold on. Emerald Memories. No. Okay, you can't access that in stage. So I'll show that to you after this stage, which is fun because we're almost done here. Oh no, you've slashed at me. Okay. Yeah, fire. Fire good. Nope. So after you've won, you can't be damaged anymore, so I just stand in the fire. Yeah, this is extremely polite fire. Like, it behaves. It stays exactly where it is, and it doesn't burn other things. Just like any well-trained fire that you see IRL. Oh, by the way. That's my favorite streamer item, is the nut button. Zen and Sword R1 has been added to the dojo. The Grimmest Blades, Steel Across Steel. Yeah, we can probably do all those. So those are all, like, weapon-specific. They're supposed to be tutorial missions, but we're on thenutbutton.com. That's where I got it. But we're on, like, the third playthrough through the game. So, actually, I should probably turn on the music. So, Emerald Memories, character directory. So this is William. An Irish-born English sailor. I'm pretty sure that it's supposed to be William Wallace. But yeah, we've got, like, other characters like Hattori Hanzo, who is of the Iga clan of ninjas. Okatsu, who I believe is also Iga clan. Yeah, she serves under Hattori Hanzo, so she would also be Iga. I'll be honest, there's a lot of people in this game that I don't remember who's who. Because, you know, I run up to them with my sword, I put the stabby bit in them, and that ends that. Do we ever actually see this guy? Oh yeah, you can play as Okatsu. I could switch to her if you like. This is Tachibana Ginchio. And her master, who she hates. Okatsu and Hattori Hanzo are not dead, and as far as I know, neither is this guy. Neither is this guy even, like, okay, so Ieyasu is very gray. Morally gray. Super, super gray. Fuku. She's an Onmyo mage, so she, like, casts, like, magics and shit. And this is her. I want to use the word sensei. I'm pretty sure in the mystic arts it's a different word altogether. I figured the word would be somewhere in that sentence, but I'm not seeing it, so never mind. This is the guy we just fought. The handle of his gun is a fucking raven head, if you can see that. But honestly, so like the coolest graphics in this game are definitely associated with the yokai. Here, let's see if I can find... Not on Nioh, not... Flying Bolt's actually pretty sick looking. Raven Tengu. This guy is very much an asshole. Until you get used to fighting him, he is going to be the source of most of your deaths. You know, in Umibozu. Umibozu is a giant, like, glob of, I guess it's technically water. And you fight it on, like, a pier or on a dock right next to the ocean. Here we go. I really wish I could play as her, because she looks fucking amazing. She's also, like, the only yokai in the game that has a full-on human appearance. That, like, there's a very big difference combat-wise between fighting humans and fighting yokai. But she's sort of in between, but she definitely doesn't, like, the combat doesn't at all feel like a human. From Final Fantasy. Yeah, a little bit. Anyway, so we've completed Immortal Flame. Oh, no, not assemble, sell. Can I improve Madame Tonfa yet? Still no. Annoying. Right, actually, let's do these tutorial, quote-unquote tutorial missions. So these are supposed to be just like the advanced weapon-specific tutorials, but we're on the third playthrough, so they're really not going to have that level of difficulty. They're going to be a lot more punishing. Sit down. I can do that too, old man. That'll be me one day. Not good with a sword, just going back to hospice. But here, we'll switch over to Okasu for now, because you seemed to like her model. I think the next weapon up is going to be the dual sword. Hidden Tea House. Her model was also, funny enough, the most expensive one, probably because they knew exactly who people were going to want to be. Man, I'm missing out on all the Dago stuff. Oh, whoops. Cut it out. What? That definitely should have worked. Whoops. Sit down. Yago. I love it. My family and I, we used to raise dachshunds. I've probably been through almost 1,000 of them. That's probably the only thing I miss about my family life. That's a whole different world of shit. Aside from the doggos part. But that's why as soon as you brought your Chowini into view, I was like, I know what that is. So this is a really good like opportunity to show you what all of the weapons were. So you've seen the sword for a whole ass stage. You just now saw the dual sword. This is the spear. Come on, old man. Oh, whoops. I whiffed. That's just the with the parries. Without the parries, there's like a lot more. Like the problem with some of this, like this is so okay. This is one of the more unique things about how this game... In fact, I'm going to get a little bit further away from this guy because he's breathing deeply and the sound is annoying. So this is one of the more interesting things about Nioh in comparison to like other Souls-likes is that there's multiple stances. So this is low stance, this is mid stance, and this is high stance. And low stance is going to be like fast, low damage, and mobile, and high stance is going to be like slower, bigger damage, bigger attacks in general. And you can quickly switch between the three. You can even, funny enough, like, unequip quickly for whatever reason. And the different stances are going to have, like, different sets of moves. Like, for instance, the parry is only mid-stance on this. Whereas, like, this is exclusive to high stance. But, like, the spear is actually a pretty low efficiency weapon overall. It has some things that it's very capable of, and the only reason that I was able to just abuse the shit out of that old man is because he's pretty easy to parry. If it weren't for that, he's actually pretty difficult to deal with. Whoops. Double sword is pretty capable. Axe. Okay, so Axe doesn't have a proper parry. What it has is an attack that has a guard built into it. So in the early frames of the attack, you automatically block, and then you like come down with a counter attack. So it's more of a riposte than a straight parry. Because of that, it's really not super useful. I forgot what a pushover this guy is. I'd say, honestly, from a standpoint of, like, Sword is my main. But the two weapons that are my, like, the most fun to use are, without a doubt, Tonfa and Kusarigama. And we're probably about to see, yep, Kusarigama right here. Kusa is super fun. I love it. It's easily the most fun weapon to use. Tonfa is pretty out there as well. Why did that whiff? Why did that whiff? That's so weird. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, Jesus. Whoops, I'm paused. That's not fair. Sit down. That could have been really dangerous. Why did that whiff? There we go. I have all of those instances where it should have been a successful parry, but its attack just whiffed instead. That's so weird. Alright. Let's see. Odachi, which is my personal least favorite weapon. Odachi is, it's just a really, 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 really fucking large sword. Well, first you would have to submit that run to the leaderboard. Whoops, I fucked up a bunch. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, it's dumb. Bruh. God, this weapon is so lame. We're literally doing the same shit. Hello? Where did my dash go? Oh, Franker Face Z is usually what people use for that, but then there's another one that's more recent that people started using. I don't remember the name of it, though. Part of me is wondering if that guy was suggesting that he had, in fact, submitted a run, but he hasn't, so... You haven't submitted a run? Like, where is it, dude? It would, like, speedrun.com, go submit your run if you want it verified. Like, I might be willing to switch over and verify that shit right now, just submit it. I'll even leave it on that window so I'll see the notification when it lands. What was that other... Because I know, like, Franker Face Z, if you just go to the website, it'll walk you through the process. You, like, make tiny little emotes, you submit it to them, they go through the process of verifying it, and then anyone that has, like, Better Twitch TV, like, they're extensions, but there's Better Twitch TV, there's, the Franker Face Z extension. There's a few extensions that allow people to use and see them, but that's typically how people add stuff, emotes to their stuff. Man, if this is a proper run, then I'm legitimately excited because I haven't seen like an actual legitimate God Hand run in ages. Well, that wasn't mine. Or Hige's. So that game he's talking about is like my favorite game of all time, God Hand. It's a brawler beat-em-up made by a company called Clover Studios. And I absolutely love the hell out of it. Don't try to add a load list time to it. RTA only. Now you fucked up, Hanzo. Yo, what's up? I have no idea how to say that name. But welcome to the stream either way. Just G, what's up, G? Oh, I'm doing alright. We might potentially be switching over to verifying a God Hand run. That would be fun. But I don't see a notification yet, so I'm starting to wonder. Yas! So here now what's going to happen is I'm going to be a visitor in somebody else's game. Which means that they've offered no Choco at a shrine to allow another player to come in and assist them. In this form, some things are scaled in kind of a weird way. Enemies are scaled down, enemies are scaled up somewhat. I'm scaled down somewhat. I'm alright. I'm alright at it. All the equipment that drops is going to scale to me. At least all of the equipment that I see is going to scale to me. And, I can't, like, interact with certain things. Strong feeling that this guy is just gonna follow me, and that's problematic. So, when you're a visitor in someone else's game, the dumbest thing that they can do is just mindlessly follow you. But unfortunately, that happens a lot. Anyways, as a visitor, well, really the only reason that I do this at all is because as a visitor, Umbracite becomes a common drop. And that's used to, like, craft weapons into having the kinds of skill adjustments that you want. Well, sort of. There's, like, forge mechanics where you can just make a weapon out of items. I wouldn't necessarily call that crafting, but Umbracite is an item that you use to, like, alter what side effects weapons have. Well, weapons and armor. Boop. But yeah, you could say that I do alright. At this point, I'm like a visitor in, I'm gonna guess, yeah, playthrough 1 of Falling Snow. Like, I don't think I could die in here even if I tried. Shut up. Boop. Oh, are you gonna come after me or what? Interesting. He noticed me and just stood there. Yeah, I'm either just, like, way too far away from him, or maybe he doesn't have that bad habit. But yeah, like, when a lower level player has a visitor in their game, like, that's one of the bad habits, is they'll just, like, mindlessly tail you the whole time, and that's not a great idea, because a lot of the time it'll just get them killed. And the reason that that's a problem is that, unlike normal gameplay, if a player dies while you're a visitor, you're just ejected. It doesn't take you and the player back to a shrine, you just get kicked out of the game. And then you gotta reconnect in order to try to help them again. Yeah, it's pretty annoying. So, I think that this, what is it, Narokambe, I think is what this thing is called? I can't actually interact with that. That's gotta be the host player. And it's weird, like, some doors, particularly the ones that you have to unlock from one side, some of those I can interact with, and some of them I can't. And I think the ones that they made it so you could is because of, like, potential soft lock scenarios, and anyone not familiar with that term, a soft lock is where the game isn't locked up, but you're stuck, so essentially the game may as well be locked. Deal with it. I still have no idea why the hell that specific parry works on skeletons. Anyway, so there's nothing left to kill, really? Bruh. Now there is, because I have access to the last few areas. Oh, whoops. Okay, let's do this. So this is where this lady is from. Bosses universally go after the host player first. And funny enough, that leaves them wide open to the visitor. I'm real surprised that he survived that ranged attack from her. Like, normally what happens when you're a visitor in that boss fight is that the player tries to run away from the boss, while any self-respecting visitor is going to be running right at it because, like I said, the boss isn't going to focus on the visitor right away. You're not the host player. And since they're running away, their back is exposed, and it causes extra damage to them. So then they take that ranged attack in the ass, and they just get deleted. Like, right the fuck away. They just go away immediately. And, like I said earlier, when a death happens, it just ejects you. They do. They get bum-fucked. It crushes their... And it's a bad experience. Bad times had by all. $24 is not enough. Anyways, let's see. Oh, there is other people playing right now. Hell yeah! I love that shit because there's always need for more Umbracite. Have I done any Abyss floors? I have. I don't remember how far though. Okay, so this is also the first playthrough. Looks like they're probably right at the boss fight. No, they're not quite there yet. And yes, the game is actually being that janky. I'm a little weird when it comes to the Abyss. I really don't care at all about doing that. Like, I don't know why. It's just not fun. Oh good, an Odachi player. So, remember how I said earlier that I really hated the Odachi? It's not just because I'm not very good with it, it's also because, well, most Odachi players aren't good in general. Because they just see giant swords, swing it wildly, and think that everything is going to be just fine. Pretty sure it ends at 100, actually. Dude. There we go. Yeah, he was basically at the boss fight already. Like, I do know that the Abyss doesn't allow you to go past floor 20 until you're on Way of the Nioh. But I don't know. I think I stopped around floor 30. But I couldn't tell you for a fact. I might dabble in it one day. Here, you know what? I try not to mess around too much in menus when I'm streaming. Because, like, anyone who's played a decent amount of Nioh can confirm that you could get stuck in menus for literal hours of, like, moving around inventory, figuring out what to sell, figuring out what to offer to the shrine, figuring out what to disassemble, etc., etc., etc. Fucking, it could go on for days. Oh, it's this guy again. Well, this is gonna be pretty easy. So since I can't interact with many things when I'm the visitor, my only goal really is to rush through and kill as many things as I can as quickly as I can. And by the way, here's another one of those walls. I think maybe he's messing with the wall. I'd really appreciate that, actually. No? Okay. That was probably a bit much to hope for. Oh, bruh. Don't get shredded, nerd. So the talismans I've been casting, that one gives me more Amrita from all Amrita sources. That one is an extraction talisman. It makes it where when I hit enemies, they give me more Amrita per hit rather than just on death. And that last one increases my luck, and it just makes it more likely for me to get like better equipment and shit. Ow, that actually wasn't any good. Bad dodge. Good job. Okay. Interesting. Bruh. Oh, great example right there. That was an Umbra site, and it came from a basic-ass enemy. That was an EI, by the way. It's a technique where you sheath your sword and then quickly draw it. When your weapon is already out, there's this big, long animation of putting it away. But there is actually a way to quickly cancel having your sword out, and that is to very briefly draw your ranged option. You can also cancel into EIs over and over and over. It's got a lot of technique to it. It's also not a very good attack with the sword for the most part. It's something I usually only do when I'm trying to be like I don't know, to style on enemies or some shit. Boop. Hey, sir, what are you doing? Okay, yeah, just cool. Good job, dude. Alright, I definitely didn't have that taken care of. Now, dual swords also have an EI, and the dual swords EI is way better. It's about as strong, and it's notably faster. He's gonna break the crystal right away, isn't he? Of course he is. I don't like this person. Okay. That particular enemy in that position is kind of shit, because the camera really doesn't know what to do with itself right there. Anyways, to be fair, the Odachi ZI, which is the only other one that I'm aware of off the top of my head, is easily the worst. It's slow, it doesn't do much damage, it has considerably less range than pretty much all of the Odachi's attacks has. Okay. Yep, target that thing. Very threatening object. Anyway, so let's fight the Nioh, eh? Like a big electric doggo. Oops. He's got a face only a mother would love. Really, dude? Really? I brought you to the goods and you're not even gonna pick them up, huh? I hate this guy. There's still no notification on the leaderboard, so I have no idea what to think about what that guy was saying about potentially submitting a run. Anyway, it's time to fight a giant cat with wings. Let's refresh. Still no. Okay. Dunno. Maybe they have a run on their YouTube channel. That would be definitely a no. I don't know. I think maybe there's just a good chance that they were just speaking nonsense. I really don't know. My involvement with God Hand speedrunning is more problems than anything else. Okay, first playthrough Immortal Flame. What's up, dude? Ow. Oh, hey, I left this back here. Should probably grab that. Lag! Huh. was interesting. Bro, what? Okay, so he's evidently made it as far as up here and just died. Which is fair. This boss fight is a bit weird if you don't know what you're doing with it. And this is the boss fight that you saw earlier when I was playing this stage by myself. The guy that's, like, flying. Basically, if you hit him with any range... Well, if you hit him with any attack at all while he's in the air, he just falls down, and that gives you a nice ground stab finisher. But yeah, if you know how to handle him, he's very chumpy. And like, even if you made the argument that, like, what if I was less strong, it really wouldn't have mattered because all it would mean is more cycles of him teleporting away, getting hit in the face with a kunai, and getting ground stabbed, and then slashed on the back, and then teleporting away and getting hit in the face with the kunai, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. He will eventually go away. Oh, what the hell? Why don't we have some level 150 bullshit? He must have fought a revenant. Hey, there's no more of them. Okay. Master of the Twin Blades. Okay, have a good one. Sleep well. East Coast. Well, I certainly hope you're not in Florida. Maybe New Jersey. I'm choosing to believe New Jersey, because that's probably the best that you could hope for on the East Coast right now. Right? Like, please, Anna, we have some standards. Only lives in Florida. I'm sorry to hear. You're a good distraction. Get up. Yeah. Viv has a good friend that lives in that area, and that's a whole mess. They are trans, gay, and black, so you can guess how well that's going. They see their fair share of bullshit and more, and then some. It's just, it's so dumb. Like, I don't understand people. Like, even if you don't agree with how they live, who cares? Who cares? Get out of here. Anyways. Sleep well. I do not remember this being a thing. What? Oh, hey. There we go. I have no idea why this is called Master of the Twin Blade, because as you can see, this nerd doesn't have a twin blade. The Inheritance. That's the next mission up. Oh hey, I should be able to finally increase the level of one of my Tonfa. Hooray, I did that thing. Well, that was a bit clumsy. No. That was a neat lag. Thanks. Little lag spike that kept me from doing my my dodge. That hurt a bunch. By the way, anyone watching this that's not familiar with the way that this game works, these graves are revenants, and they are mostly representative of other players that have been killed in this stage by various things. They're not actual ghosts of those players, they're just representative of them. Solo, I would definitely recommend that people fight them. But when you've got a visitor, it's super bad manners. And it's for multiple reasons. For one thing, fighting human enemies with other humans around sucks ass. For another thing, like I said earlier, equipment drops for the visitor scale. Except for from revenants. Which means that A, they're a bigger pain in the ass to fight, and B, you get shit rewards for them. Oops. I don't know why that didn't guard, but okay. So one thing that's kind of annoying about this game is that once you've cleared a stage, you can't actually fight anything in that stage anymore. And sometimes some of these graves are like right near enemies that when those enemies are killed, it will complete the stage. And that makes it kind of unavoidable that you're just going to have to skip some of them. Typically, when I'm fighting human enemies, I don't really want to use my Thunder Sword if there's any chance that they're going to survive for any meaningful amount of time. And the reason is because my parries, you know, they require a specific timing to land. And if that timing gets messed with, i.e. from, you know, being slowed down by the electrified stat, then it makes it a lot harder to parry them. You'd think that the fact that they're slower, that would just by default mean that they would be easier to parry, but that's not necessarily true. anyone who's played fighting games can confirm that, like, sometimes big, slow attacks can throw your timing off very, very, very badly. So someone evidently got chased back here, and it didn't go so well. Oh, I see. That didn't go so well either. Bitch. So that guy right there is supposed to be a big bad problem, but See, yeah, now these, like, how was I supposed to get to these without getting involved with the two enemies that trigger the end of the stage? Well, you're really not gonna. And I'm definitely also not going to try to fight them with those enemies active. That's just dumb. Let's see. Yeah, there's even when I just straight search God Hand Speedrun and put it on most recent uploads, there's nothing. That guy's full of shit. They're just full of it. Simple as that. It's fucking unfortunate because, like I said, I'd really, really, really like to see some new God Hand shit, dude. That would be fucking fantastic. Anyway, so this is gonna be... Well, it was gonna be... Hold on. Two in the Shadows and Kinky. Okay. We can do that. After this, I'm gonna go ahead and bounce. Honestly, it's their fucking projectiles that annoy the shit out of me the most. What? Sit down, bitch. No. Oh, here, that was quick. I can do one more. Yokai, the Two Masters. Pretty sure that that's gonna be, Heroine and Yagyu? So the Spear and the Sword Master side by side. Wait, what? I was about to say, for a second I thought we were still on Two in the Shadows and it said Famed Ninja Locks. I'm like, why is that still a drop here? That makes no sense to me. See, the Spear guy, he's super easy to parry. So he's just gonna be a fucking joke. And the only thing about the two of them together that is somewhat threatening is Yagyu. See, Backwave is just too fucking good, dude. Backwave Tempest is just, it's too fucking good. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go. For anyone who was here, thanks for watching, and y'all have a good one. I really fucking wish that guy had actually submitted something for Godhand. That makes me, like, super sad. It's lame. Anyways, is anybody live? I doubt. Like, no, like, the tradition is that nobody is ever live when I go offline. Yeah. The tradition is upheld. Oh well, it is what it is.